Hey, what's going on? This is Nanaushika. Lately, I think I'm crazy. It seems my baby's trying to play me.
This your boy Johnny, representing. Lady, you're not crazy about to have my baby.
And you're watching L. What was it?
LY
LY
TV.
Lately, if I may have hurt your feelings, I was only following what was in my heart. My passion for music first began when I was 4 years old, and I did a cassette tape record of myself singing Anita Baker's Sweet Love, and this was like 1985, so I was about 3 or 4 years old, and that's where it all began. It all began with that. My parents, I was surrounded by them, listening to bands like SOS Band and Loose Ends and all the Gap bands, and listening to all that. So they exposed me to music, and I come from a family of singers. My uncle, he's a pastor, and he's exposed me out with a gospel recording album, so I was exposed to it at a very young age, and that's where it all began. Artists that inspired me, I'll begin with Anita Baker, because I saw her stage presence and how she did live performances, and that was inspiring to me because you could tell that she put her heart into it, she put her soul into it, she really connected with her audience. So she was one artist who I looked at and I was like, I really want to do that. That's something I want to do. To Michael Jackson, watched Thriller every day when I was little, wanted to be on TV. I mean, there's so many. Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle. Those are a couple of my inspirations. So many How I want my music to inspire people is how I was inspired by others. When I would hear different artists sing their songs, and I would look at the lyrics and pay attention, and I noticed that I would get a feeling that it would make me want, actually motivate me to get up and go out and write my own material, or to go out and take some kind of step that would push me closer to my goal, which would in turn have me to help inspire somebody else to have them feel better about themselves and about their lives, and help young girls that are my age that go through some of the things that I've gone through with self-esteem and not really completely loving yourself, to let them know that it's okay and that they can make it through the issues that they're going through. And music is one tool, one outlet, one thing that I can use to let them know that through. Not only do I love to do it, I love to give people hope and inspire them and let them know that it's going to be okay. This wasn't really a performance, it was my grandmother's funeral. And I say my grandmother's funeral because I was really close to her. And I didn't think I was going to be able to actually sing. I thought I was going to break down crying, but I got through it. And it was music and it was singing that helped me to be strong. Why ask why when it's a clear day to get away from all that brings trouble and pain? Oh yeah, I do what intrigues. So if you're not pleased, you can always leave. Cause I'ma be all that I could be. I love just being me, yeah. Alright. And while I was singing, I held it together and I finished the song. And after the song was over, I went and I sat down and then I shed my tears. But it was music and singing that was the outlet that helped me to express instead of just crying. You know, while I was there, I held myself together, and then when I was done, I sat down, hugged my family and friends, and that was one thing that I knew I was an inspiration to myself. It helped me to be strong.
When I first started my musical road to success, I was basically lost. I was just in a world of trouble, just trying to express myself. When I just happened to find my friend going through my notebook, that they told me that I made a good artist. And I was like, what do you mean good artist? And it was like, this is a book of poems, right? And I was like, nah, that's a journal. Why don't I just turn this into music and I'd be like them? because they inspired me so much. And then it just took off from one thing to another thing. So when I was in high school, I just started expressing myself, but it was mainly behind closed doors. But now that I'm like grown, it's a different story. How I feed off of her energy is just that feminine energy. It's that yin-yang perspective. That's philosophy that helps center life in everything of the essence. For example, I'll wake up in the morning, I'll look at her and be like, you know what? I know she go get up and want to sing today, so I better have something ready for her. It's like fixing breakfast in the morning. As she's ready, she's like, oh, what's this? You did this for me? Wow. Oh, I might hum a tune or something and then forget all about it. And then she'll remember it. Now I'm thinking she wasn't even paying no attention to me. I'll let, Nanaushika do what she do.
I see how he works hard and how he has a lot of drive and determination, and how he goes through every day, and he goes through some routines, and some days are the same and some days are not. But I see that, he's a singer also, and he writes, and I just feed off of that creative energy. He's a very social person. He's a great person, and he's easy to get along with.
Right.
That inspires me a lot.
She just playing. But yeah, man, that's just a lot of love, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Especially from LYTV with Johnny and Nanaushika,
LYTV.
Yeah. You know?
You know what it is.
You know what it is.
An R&B Neo-Soul artist, because I do write Neo-Soul songs, but my particular album, I'm going to perform a lot of just R&B. I just want them to feel where I'm coming from.
Right.
So,
and my style is more neo-soul. It's laid back. You could also put it in, and I want people to dance and have a good time too.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Neo-soul,
Yeah.
LYTV. It's mostly neo-soul, but I like a very broad range of all kind of music. If the message is good, I'll listen to it. If it's a really positive message, and I love the music. I'm just a music lover, period. But as far as what I'm putting out, it's neo-soul. It's more in that genre.
At the same time, if it doesn't inspire people to move their feet, move their body, move their brain, move their thought and their soul, then what is it really here for? I understand that this is the level that we got to meet everybody on, and it's all about just connecting and communication.
What's going on, y'all? This is Nanaushika, and you're watching LYTV, and I'm about to give a little sample of one song on my album, and it's called Free Like a Bird.
Why ask why when it's a clear day to get away from all that brings trouble and pain? Oh yeah, I do what intrigues. So if you're not pleased, you can always leave. 'Cause I'ma be all that I can be. I love just being